Someone I used to date and was close to marrying came back into my life 29 years later through Facebook Messenger. She friended me about the time I started back to work and said she figured it was a good time to reach out. She lived close to the same city that I go to camp from, so we got together for a quick dinner before I had to fly back to my home, and it was like we never missed a beat. The spark was still there. During dinner, we made plans for me to return back early before I had to go back up to camp. So upon returning to my house, as I said, my ex-wife and I got together to discuss the separation agreement. She asked, "So are you still planning on moving back home?" And I said, "No, not really." Confused, she looked at me and asked why not, and I told her sheepishly I kinda met someone. Now there was an absolute look of confusion on her face and she couldn't hold back. "What do you mean you met someone? You just returned to work. Where did you meet this person?" So I told her that this person friended me on Facebook and we talked on Messenger, and that she lived close to the city from where I go to camp from, so we went for dinner, and that I was going back early to spend time with her. Now my ex knew about this person and the relationship I had with her before I met her, and was very insecure towards this person, even though I hardly had any contact with her throughout the 29 years besides a few emails from her asking how I was doing, where I was working, how the kids were doing. Nothing more than a friendly email which my wife read. Now you could actually see the wheel spinning in my ex-wife's head, and then came the first question. "Did you know this person before? Do I know this person?" All of a sudden the waterworks started coming out of her eyes and couldn't stop. Then she said to me, "I'm not crying because you're with Carrie, I'm crying because of what I did to you." I then learned that she went back to her sisters who lived about 500 yards away from our house and could not stop crying. Then I found out that later that evening, when her sister returned after work, my happy ex-wife was found passed out outside on the deck in her bra and panties with vomit in one of the planters. Today, a year and a half later, I am still with my first love, and life has been